Welcome to Reggie's Realm, here at the Oscar Goetz Museum of Bourbon History. Jack Ryan, Executive Director. It's in Bardstown, Kentucky. It's well worth your visit. And it has an exhibit that I'd like to show you right now as we walk down the hallway. It's called The Road to Prohibition Abridged. Lots of good data, my kind of stuff. I hope you like it. Here we go. The Road to Prohibition Abridged. We're going to look at it in a little detail, but that's the panel. So let's take a look at the data. 1620, Puritans. 1789, First Temperance League in Connecticut. 1791, a tax on distilled alcohol, which became known as the whiskey tax. And if you're much of a historian, you'll know that that figured prominently in the early history of America, because there was a rebellion in 1792. George Washington had to deal with that. Of course, George Washington was in the business himself. Here's the data on the amount of distilled spirits being consumed. Whenever the government needed money, they went to an alcohol tax here for the War of 1812. American Temperance Society. And then in 1830, alcohol consumption peaked. As this says, Americans over the age of 15 were drinking 7 gallons of pure alcohol a year. Yikes! Look at that. 1832, prohibited alcohol sales on Indian reservations. American Temperance Society is gaining strength. 1851, Maine passes prohibition laws. And in 1860, just before the Civil War, over 1,100 legal alcohol distilleries producing 88 million gallons of liquor annually in the United States. 1862, there's war again. And of course, there was a new liquor tax. 1869, the Prohibition Party. 1873, the Women's Christian Temperance Union. 1895, the American Anti-Saloon League. And by 1900, 300,000 saloons are operating in the United States. 76 million Americans, which is one saloon for every 253. 1906, there are more saloons than schools, churches, or libraries in the United States. 1913, 16th Amendment, federal income tax, alternate revenue source to the alcohol tax. All but 14 Kentucky counties are dry in 1914. 1917, the president of the American Medical Association endorses national prohibition. 1919, the Volstead Act is passed over President Wilson's veto, establishing procedures to enforce prohibition under the 18th Amendment. January 14th, 1918, Kentucky is the third state to ratify the 18th Amendment. January 28th, 1920, Americans enjoy their last legal drink for 13 years. 1920, January 29th, the 18th Amendment goes into effect. And I'm pleased to say that this is done by the wonderful Fraser History Museum in Louisville, Kentucky, although it is here at the wonderful Oscar Goetz Museum of Bourbon History. Welcome to Reggie's Realm. It's kind of groovy in here, and with this much data, it's way nifty. See you next time.